I was shooting actually all my life since I remember since I was 7 years old. I was shooting airplanes on the airport, but just with a point-and-shoot camera. But I was always busy with it. But I never had, let's say, the wish or the vision that I want to become a photographer. And this, yeah. And at the university in Zurich, I was actually following some lessons in photography, theoretical and practical. And it turned out that I spent more time with this photography, which is just for fun, and I didn't study enough the things I had to study. So that's why after 2 years I actually failed, and then I started to do photography professionally. As we heard before, I started with 22, so it took me until 26 when I actually had a diploma in photography. Then I was traveling around the world. I stayed many years in South America, lived in Chile, coming back to Europe. And then finally, when I came to Switzerland, pretty much at that moment, broncolor was looking for a photographer. They had an announcement. They were looking for a photographer in the local newspaper. By accident, I was probably the best one at this moment to choose from. And yeah, this happened in like 18 years ago, yeah, and I'm still there, still love it. Yeah, I can't put it down to one subject or to one shooting, but generally it's people photography. Of course, I still shoot a lot of products. I enjoy this as well because products are very, very patient. You can, when you shoot a para, you can run around the para all day long and play with the lights, with your mirrors. They're very patient, but in the end I don't get a lot back from a para. So at the beginning I was shooting a lot of architecture, I was shooting a lot of still lifes, and then later on when I more or less managed the technical aspects of photography, I started inviting people in the studio, and now that's really what keeps me going, you know. Difficult to say, but probably maybe I could say that I try to reduce my pictures to the max. I try to make my pictures look very aesthetic, technically perfect, obviously, but as well that they are not too complex, you know, that they just catch your eye immediately, that you don't are disturbed with strange lightings or multiple shadows or strange backgrounds. They're really simple pictures graphically, that work graphically nice with a good composition. Shoot as much as you can. Okay. That's yeah, practice, practice, practice. I mean, photography is not something that you stop exploring at a certain age or time, you know. It's when you think that I know it all, that when you think that I'm good, then you are then that's very dangerous, you know. Just keep your mind open, keep your eyes open and your mind open. Look what happens if you press the button. Don't say, okay, that's good, next one. Try to keep exploring all aspects of photography. Don't give up until it's perfect. There's no good enough. If it's only good enough, then it's bad. Only if it's perfect, then it's good enough. And yeah, never give up exploring and looking for new ways to shoot. Try to understand what happens. This makes it easier for the next time, you know, because with all the photographers, all of a sudden there's something, maybe there's something ugly happening in front of the camera. Try to understand why it doesn't work, so that you don't do it again. But all of a sudden, as well, maybe by accident, something amazing or fantastic happens in front of the camera, which was not intentionally. But then, of course, then as well, you should try to understand why does this look good, you know, why does it work? Because otherwise, yeah, next week you can't reproduce it, you know. But just always keep your eyes open, try exploring light and photography. I think without this, it's not possible, yeah.